Well, Ronnie, how you doing, buddy?
Good, Mike. What's happening?
2020, happy 2020. I can't believe we made it. Are you going to do the dances?
It seemed like it was Y2K.
I know. It kind of was for me with our stuff. Hey, listen, they're talking 4 inches of rain this weekend. I hope and pray that we don't get it. But, you know, starting the new year off right, this is not a time you want a sump pump to go bad.
Yeah, we'd think we'd be talking about snow right now, wouldn't you?
Can you imagine how much snow we'd have if it was 20 degrees
I don't know
cold?
what it equates to. It would be a lot.
It would be a lot.
Absolutely.
You know,
yeah, the biggest thing we've talked about it before is, you know, you want to be ready. It's great to have a backup. I know it's a little extra money, but, you know, if it's late at night or something and your sump pump goes out, you know, it's could be a lot more trouble than, you know, an extra $150 for a backup sump pump.
Now, when you're talking backup sump pumps, are you talking another hole? I mean, we were at John's house, and John had dual holes, you know, for separate sump pumps in it. But if you only have the one crock, what do you do? Put one in and then put one at a little higher area?
Well, you could do that, or worst case scenario, best case scenario, I guess. Either way, you could have an extra one hooked up in there, or an actual backup, like a water backup or something like that, in case you lose power. But the biggest thing is, at least if you have an extra backup pump, you could switch them out in case of, you know, all of a sudden yours quits working. You know, what am I going to do? You could actually take the time and switch them out.
Right.
Which you're going to get a little wet, but it's better than flooding your basement.
Exactly. Well, that's the other thing, too. So you've got your pumps that are going on, and you know at my house it's weird how they did mine.
Yeah.
It's not right, but normally it's the pump goes out, it goes out the side of the house. So if you brought the second one in, would you run that right secondary into that with a backflow stop?
You could do a couple. You could do it multiple different ways. You could, you know, actually disconnect the one at the check valve and just, you know, transfer the pipe over, or some people cut a piece of pipe. If your check valve's up a little ways, there's a little piece of pipe there that screws into your pump.
Right.
They'll set this one up just like it, so if they ever have to change it out real quick, all you're doing is undoing the one clamp at the check valve, you know, pulling that one out and popping the new one right back in, tighten the clamp, plug it in, ready to go. Or you could actually take a pump and get like an extra hose, like one of these.
Oh, you got the big hoses and stuff.
Yeah, and then you could, if you had a window there handy, like a hopper window or something, you could just put it in there and dump it out into the yard.
Right.
So different ways you can attack it. It just depends on, you know, your setup.
We're scared, a little nervous about what the weather's going to be this week, but
yeah, who knows?
Yeah, you just don't know. I mean, we're watching, as we're doing this right now, we're watching the storm develop on a Thursday, and it's just very good. Make sure at least with your pump that you have, you want to get in there, at least clean the bottom out of it. You know, make sure it's all cleaned up, and you want to see pretty clear water in that pump, don't you?
Yeah, it's a good chance now to go down and, you know, just, you know, if it's got a float switch, just pull the float switch up. Just make sure it's working right now.
Yep.
You know, before you start.
And you've got all different kinds of models here at Gladieux.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Pumps, pipe, whatever you need, we have here. So
that's what you need. So make sure you get that all set up. You don't want your basement flooded this weekend.